I took the wrong road, somewhere in Nevada. I want to be very clear about one thing before I start. This didn't happen in the woods. It didn't happen in some abandoned town. And it didn't happen because I was doing something stupid. It happened on a normal highway, a road I was supposed to be safe on. And that's what still messes with me. I was driving from Salt Lake City to Reno, a route I'd done twice before. Long drive, boring scenery, nothing dramatic. Just open road, desert, the occasional gas station that looked like it hadn't been updated since the late 90s. It was supposed to be an overnight drive. Leave late, reach early morning, crash at a motel. That was the plan. Around 1:40 a.m., the highway started thinning out. Fewer headlights, fewer signs, just long stretches of asphalt disappearing into darkness. No radio signal, no cell service. That's normal out there, by the way. People who haven't driven through Nevada don't get it. The emptiness isn't peaceful. It's oppressive. The kind of quiet that makes your own breathing feel too loud. I remember checking my GPS. Still fine. ETA unchanged. Then I saw the sign. A green reflective sign on the right side of the road, half covered in dust. Detour. Use County Road 117. No cones, no flashing lights, just the sign. I slowed down but didn't stop. I remember thinking, that's weird. No warning ahead of time. But the highway ahead looked wrong. The lane markings faded. The road surface cracked unevenly, like it hadn't been maintained in a long time. So I took the detour. That was mistake number one. County Road 117 wasn't paved like a highway. It was narrower, darker, and had no reflectors. My headlights barely reached far enough to make me comfortable. 10 minutes in, I realized something else. No houses, no power lines, no fences, just road. I checked my GPS again. It froze. Not recalculating, not rerouting, just frozen. That's when the first real wave of unease hit me, because when technology fails on a road trip, you suddenly remember how alone you actually are. About 15 minutes later, I saw headlights behind me. At first, I felt relieved. Another car meant civilization, help, a witness. But then I noticed something strange. The headlights weren't getting closer. No matter how fast I went, they stayed the same distance back. I slowed down. They slowed down. I sped up. They matched me perfectly. No high beams, no flashing, just there, watching. That's when my stomach tightened, because anyone who drives at night knows normal drivers don't do that. I told myself it was coincidence. I told myself a lot of things. Then the road dipped downward into a shallow valley, and the headlights disappeared. Gone. No turnoff, no side road, just vanished. I actually laughed out loud, nervous and stupid, trying to shake the feeling crawling up my spine. Get a grip, I said to myself. That's when I saw the structure. At first, I thought it was a gas station. One building, single light above the entrance, surrounded by nothing. But as I got closer, I realized there were no pumps, just a building and a gravel lot. I slowed instinctively. That was mistake number 2. A man was standing outside, just standing there, not waving, not moving. He was tall, too tall, wearing something dark, maybe a jacket, maybe a hoodie. The light above the door didn't quite reach his face. As my car rolled past, his head turned. Not his body, just his head, tracking me. I did not stop. I don't care how empty your tank is. When someone looks like that, you don't stop. In my rearview mirror, I saw him step forward. Then another figure appeared behind him. Then another. 3 of them, all standing under that single light. None of them waving me down, just watching. I pressed the accelerator. My hands were shaking now. And that's when I realized something that made my blood go cold. The road behind me looked different. The gravel lot was gone. The building was gone. It was like it had never been there. I checked my speed, 65 miles per hour. But the engine sounded strained, like I was towing something heavy. That's when the knocking started. Not on the engine, on the door. 3 slow knocks from the inside. I slammed the brakes. The car skidded to a stop. The knocking stopped too. I sat there, heart pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat, staring at the passenger door. Nothing. No one. I told myself I imagined it. That's when the backseat light turned on. I don't remember turning it on, and I don't remember screaming, but my throat hurt afterward, so I must have. Because reflected in the rear-view mirror, someone was sitting behind me. Not fully visible, just a shape, a presence. And it leaned forward, close enough that I could hear it breathe. I didn't turn around. I didn't scream. I did exactly what fear trains you to do when your body decides survival matters more than pride. I froze. The thing in the back seat didn't touch me. That's what still bothers me the most. No hands on my shoulders, no knife at my throat. Just breathing. Slow, controlled, like it wasn't worried about time. I stared straight ahead, knuckles white around the steering wheel. "You missed your turn," it said. The voice wasn't deep, wasn't raspy, wasn't distorted. It sounded normal, almost bored. "I didn't miss anything," I said, my voice cracking despite my effort. A pause, then, "You did." The backseat light clicked off by itself. Darkness swallowed the interior again. That's when I noticed the smell. Not rot, not blood. Old fabric, dust, like a house that had been closed up for decades. And then the car moved, not because I pressed the gas, because someone else did. The steering wheel pulled gently under my hands, guiding the car forward. I could still feel the vibration of the engine, still hear the tires on gravel, but I wasn't driving anymore. The road straightened unnaturally, no curves, no dips. The headlights revealed something I hadn't seen before. Reflectors. Dozens of them. But they weren't lining the road. They were scattered in the desert, placed in irregular clusters, like markers or warnings. The voice spoke again. "We stay on the road," it said. "That's the deal." "What deal?" I asked. Another pause. "The one you accepted when you slowed down." That's when it clicked. The building, the gravel lot, the watching. I hadn't stopped, but I'd acknowledged them. I'd considered it. Out there, apparently, that was enough. We drove for what felt like an hour, though the clock on my dashboard stayed frozen at 1:47 a.m. The road never intersected with anything. No exits, no signs, just endless black framed by weak headlight beams. Finally, the car slowed on its own. Ahead, I saw the same building, same light, same door. But this time, I noticed something new. The gravel lot was full. Cars of every kind. Old sedans, SUVs, pickup trucks, some so rusted they looked abandoned. Others clean enough to have been driven that same night. My car pulled in and stopped. The engine shut off. The back door opened. I didn't look. I couldn't. But I felt the weight shift as whatever had been sitting behind me stepped out. "Why me?" I asked. "For now," the voice said from outside the car. "Because you were alone." I sat there for a long time after the door closed. Eventually, the building's door opened. Light spilled across the lot. People came out. Men, women, different ages, different clothes. Some looked confused. Some resigned. A few didn't look human anymore. Not fully. None of them ran. That's when I understood why they stayed. There was nowhere else to go. The road behind the lot was gone. Not hidden, not blocked. Gone. Just desert. The voice spoke one last time, closer now, near my window. "You can leave in the morning." "When's morning?" I asked. Another pause. "When someone takes your place." I don't remember falling asleep, but I woke up in the driver's seat to sunlight burning my eyes. My car was parked on the shoulder of a normal highway, traffic passing, cell signal full. The clock read 6:12 a.m. I drove straight to the nearest town and checked into a motel without even unpacking. I slept for almost 12 hours. When I woke up, I checked my car. The back seat smelled like dust, and there were muddy footprints on the inside of the rear door. I reported it to no one. What would I say? Instead, I searched. County Road 117 doesn't exist. Not on any map. Not in state records. Not in local archives. The detour sign isn't listed either. I went back 6 months later. Daylight. Same route. The highway never changed. No cracked asphalt. No fading lines. Just clean road. But sometimes, late at night, when I'm driving alone and the road stretches too far ahead, I see headlights behind me, matching my speed. And I don't slow down anymore, because I know now, they don't force you to stop. They just wait until you choose wrong again.